go about, let me say, we know a lot about sex education, what to do and what not to do. So if a girl is 19 years and she comes to visit my son and she wants to sleep overnight, I don't have anything, you know, I'm for that. I don't have anything against that.
Thank you. I'll ask you if you ever smoked marijuana, which of course you did. Did you lie to prevent them from taking that habit? Because you think when you do that they will take the habit, or you tell them the truth? Who can answer? Okay, let's answer.
No shaky. For this one, you have to be honest to your son or your daughter. Actually, weed and cigarette is roughly the same thing, I would say, because it's all part of your health.
It's not the same thing. They are all smoking.
Yeah. Anyway, I will be honest with my son or daughter, and I will actually explain what that has done to me. If it's bad and if it's good, I'll do the explanation. That's what I'll do.
I would appreciate it if we limit this particular topic to marijuana, because there are a lot of smokers here, and I don't think, I think there's a big difference between cigarettes and marijuana. Yeah. But at the end of the day, both are dangerous to our lungs. We all know the damage that both do to our lungs. But if it did that, it be so.
So, apart from more happen, men, I want the men to answer. I've already got one reaction. So it's nobody. But yes,
coming here is to counter what my friend just said. Supposing the smoke has caused no harm to you, how do you explain to your son or your daughter? Supposing it has caused no harm to you.
Okay. Somebody helping us here. Okay.
Yeah.
I think before I'll answer this, I will ask, maybe I'll talk to chairman and vice chairman, and then together I'll help you, and then we get somebody from Yelinek to come and you talk about drugs. Yes. And then you see it's how it is. Because cigarette is also something, first love, something addiction, it's also addiction. But smoking marijuana, no, at a point in time, we have 3 or 4 different types of smoking. And if we can all be honest with ourselves, smoking marijuana also goes with adolescents a little bit. There are people who experiment it and they stop. So it will even happen, you experiment it and you stop. Or just as you say, you never smoked it before. So then you tell your child, it's rather unfortunate, I've never smoked marijuana in my life. You know, we do everything on paper, plain. Everything is on table, nothing is under the table. We don't hide anything, I don't hide anything from you. I've never done it before. But then, I don't know why you're asking me this question. Are you trying to do it, or have you seen somebody who has done it? Together with your child, you can go to the internet, or even talk to him, or find a research, or do more. Or even call somebody from Yelinek who is going to tell this child how harmful that thing is. You just don't brush it off. Discuss it. Tell the truth. If you ever did it, yeah, I did it because it was adolescent. I was just experimenting it and stopping. I did it, said your papa to catch him. Since I'm in the movie, I do it in the whole I'm in them giant. So, you tell your child, and then that child knows it. So, the last question, because looking at the time, I had about 10 questions, but I'm only going to do one. The last question. When cleaning up a room of your 13-year-old son, you find a condom in his room, what are you going to do? 13-year-old son who has just started the middle bar school, you are cleaning up his room as a father and you find a condom. Not used. Unused condom.
Oh, okay. It's a good one.
The age is 13.
13 years. I think it's a good one. Because he's prepared to take care of himself. I was saying I think it's a good one.
Are you going to ask him or what?
I will ask him.
Okay.
And like he said, I will ask him if he's ever used it before, or if this is the first time, or whatever it is, whenever he brings it up, like you said, we discuss, we see the advantages and disadvantages.
And supposing he answers to your question that you thought it was a balloon, so he used it as a balloon, what will you say?
A child born in... Yeah, some children can be very criminal. I know some of the children in Wahana. I went to a court and there was a case, and we also go to court also because some of the children that we guide, then we have to go to court. And there was a case between 7 young men where the oldest was 17. Oldest was 17 and the youngest was 15. And the 15-year-old Ghanaian boy was the head of the group. He was the boss. And he has 2 guns. And they robbed a man in Deming. And so we went to the court. So our client was sued, so I have to go with them. And I've never seen somebody born in Holland who can just, I don't know. I felt very bad that day for that child's mother. That child's mother, I don't know, I've never seen her before. That was the first day I saw her. This poor woman doesn't speak very good English. Her English is just as my very, very, very bad English. As I said, they ask you, when she enter to the shop, he's going to ask the question, Una, can I help you? When she wants to say, can you help me? You say, can I help you? And she doesn't speak Dutch also. So when they were talking about it, that the guy has a weapon, and he has 2 weapons, and when they were saying, so everybody was mentioning that boy's name, a nickname that he used. All the boys were mentioning his name. When it got to his turn, he said he will not the lawyer talk, he will talk. The 15-year-old said he will not his lawyer talk, he will talk. And he was number 2 of the top 600. I hope you know what is top 600. There are 600 criminal boys in Amsterdam, and he was number 2, and he is a Ghanaian. Wow. And he lives here in South Oost. So this guy said he would talk. So the woman asked him to mention his name. He mentioned his full name. So the judge said, what is this name of that order? I know the name. I know, you know him. I know. What is this name that all these boys are calling? He said, I don't know why. Just yourself that you say it's a balloon. He said, but they are calling you that nose. I don't know where they have the name from. So they don't call you that nose. I thought, this is my name. I was shocked. What I said is the man who lived birthday. 15 years. They appear about saying, then you know how to research here, my research. That's how we spent 9 hours in the courts. And I was saying, how come say 15-year-old boy who what it's you know? What's the Sunday day? You have to send me back there. Be a friend with your girl who will be down for Sunday school or just Sunday school. What? Oh, what I'm saying, to mommy mopo. I don't blame him, sir. Her said she's not a good mother. The way I person your money presenting a whole chair, that's what they do. Of course, Sunday school. You see, I'm a Casacolani there. It depends on how you relate with your child. Akola ya unu wahasa, when you kind of a good relationship, you will never call a condom balloon because who are focused on be a dog. Are you stupid to call condom a balloon? So you will not call it a balloon. Only when he has derailed from the rail, that is when he's going to call him a balloon. It's a different condom. But all secondary school now, your mom with sex education. It's when they give them the sex education, it's more condoms. It's only it is good to ask that child, say, where did you get it and why are you keeping it? Because they confront some of the bufu, they will not let us see it. It's a question to how you visit. You will be very interested by your time now. I was here call that you share your person. It's you see the father should be a role model. How can you be a role model? Leadership by example. And the example should be do as I say and do as I say and as I do. So what you do, no, will let your child know say you are leading by example. Because if you smoke in the house, you come home very, very late, you drink, you always hiding the cell phone talking, maybe your child is also watching you. He will be watching, she will be watching. And then when you come and say, why are you on the telephone so late? What is happening? Why did you come home so late? You don't have to do that. And meanwhile, you are also doing it. If we want to be a role model, we should live by example. We should let our children see us doing what we want them to do. If you don't want your child to smoke or drink excessively, for example, then you shouldn't do these things in front of him or at all. Because most of Kwala Mehu Woma, Yabua Woma, almost smoking in an I said about this smoke and papa smoke. Most of Kwala almost I get drugs. I am Nimo Woman. They pray, excuse me, I have to use almost starting drugs if you almost dream from parents or time of parents. I don't. It is my no, the need from the chili from the name said the Bano I had it. But the English year, the Becassa, the Bon Color, the Becotna Fruman Respa, Laplace, and Akolano will pour everything because you want to hear everything. If you want your child not to do it, and don't do it. If you want your children to treat people with kindness and respect, then you have to do the same. You have to let them see you as a role model father doing the same. Treat the children's mother with respect. She is your partner. If the relationship is not good, it's between you and your wife. It's not for the children. They are innocent. They didn't ask for you. So go and bring them. It's your choice. And you know, when you know a problem, please, and you don't have a problem. Treat your husband with respect and treat your wife with respect. You have to treat your wife with respect. Part of treating the children's mother with respect means sharing the child care and household duties. Please don't let me a Uber. To let your son know that a man can also clean the house. You can Uber. Even I know someone who does the shopping. There's nothing wrong with that. They go with their children, their boys to shopping time. Until it becomes father and boys time. Quality time. They go together every Saturday to the supermarket. And it's rather unfortunate to say, Papa no, they will be. It's a car, Palada no woman. It's in about boy penny, or see do Saturday and not bar. Mama, Talis the brand in shop, what's it? That's not it, Marco Shop. Many Papa were in the Hunina. Some of them no work off. That's not shopping is not women's thing, it's men's thing, so let me do it. So, because on Jimmy Papa, yeah. I'm not saying it's from a perfect family, but the father chose oh yeah, the whole time. It is Saturday, no person let the bad boys leave me and Luna almost sano, aqua, yeah, be obeying, or person on me shopping. And they get used to it. And please do part of the household and your man because it will also let you be part of them. Let your children see you praising their mother and giving her a love and affection that she deserves. When she offends you, when the children go to bed, you can talk about it. You should not only treat the children's mother with respect, but love her and work on maintaining love, fun, and nurturing the relationship. If the children's mother is happier, everyone is happy at home. If you and the children's mother are divorced, then you should never say a bad word about their mother to them. Even if you are not on the best terms. Let them see that they are less part of the problems. And that they are being loved by both of you. Because there is a program I went and did that. I told them, say, having 2 homes is not a luxury for the children. No child wants to have 2 homes. No child wants to go to Papa this weekend and stay at the weekdays by mother. And then my in Kinkerstein, supervising children who are with their father and the other one with their mother for the weekend. And when you follow these children and you go to schools and you hear the things that the problem wouldn't have been there if both parents are still staying together. If your mom, they were not fools when they were saying me menti. Me menti na mama knew me and then yet to be surviving without them. It is sometimes the place. Let us try to cooperate. It will always help us. Admit your mistakes, men. We are all human beings. We can all make mistakes. You don't have to be a perfect to be a role model. No. In fact, it's better if you are not perfect because then your children will see that nobody is perfect. And that's, everybody makes mistakes. If you do make mistakes, let's forgetting to pick up your child's app, example, or forgetting to take your child to school, or even forgetting to go to your child's 10 minutes appointment. Tell the child the truth. I was so busy. Please forgive me. It will not happen again. And please see to it that it doesn't happen again. Admit it when you are doing wrong. Let your child know that doing wrong, it only have to happen one time. Because if you repeat it, it becomes part of you, and your child knows you are not just doing that because it happens often. So it becomes part of you. Please, let us do that. And let our children earn our respect. They shouldn't be afraid of us. That's me. That's so mama, be a dog. Are you being stupid? But the man know how you didn't tell what a cheap dad. Because she's not afraid of the mother. But didn't mommy tell me, oh no baby. Because the mother has earned the respect. The father has earned the respect. But Jenny, the dear mommy, papa no matter what cheap because you throw up. But should your child be afraid of you? Or they had a lot of things to do you. Who be who know, not say the police for, and a baby and a peppy, and the handcuffs a good answer. Because when you're down for Anthony for said, when he was going, the group that he was joining is not a good group. Because there was no relationship. He didn't start communicating with that child when that child was a child. All that we are talking about now is communication, communicating, be part of their family, be there for their fathers. Mothers, help the fathers, push the fathers forward. Let them go to their school. Let them go and do the shopping. When the child is bothering up with something in the room, it's locked up. Call the father. Kwesi, kobi sakola, no free school, but I'll share them. And then in kokasa, and then in PA, and then go have a time. Talk to that child. Let's help our fathers to be the fathers that they don't know. Because they never had it in Ghana. Only papa was showing papa no akoshe them. It's on where they won't know to be called the chain. But then, no, mothers, no, help them. Fathers, take the initiative. No matter how difficult it is, please take the initiative. Be a role model for your child. Earn your child respect. Shower your child with love and affection. Hug your child. Kiss your child. What is child molestation? Abuse. It's there. But if you hug your child, you kiss your child, you let your child, a daughter, sit on your lap, there's nothing wrong with it. You're not abusing that girl. You are building a relationship with that girl. Well, that girl will always try to be the first person that if that child sees something outside now it's very shocking or something that she doesn't want her. You are the first person that should run home and tell you. Are you that father now? Are you that father now? Fathers, I'm asking you. Do you think that Obako Shiobi and Nobi Repu and Obotime Tremble come out of catch is here? Are you that father? Ask yourself. If you are not that father, you have a lot of homework to do. You have a lot of homework to do. Please, mommy and try and say, Yama, your time to cool. You to watch on that. Okay. Earlier, the next is to discipline your child. Punish your child appropriately. So, when you are kasa, say be a call, woke up party. Was report 10 o'clock at Paul. Oh, Papa, na party there. So I need to yourself. Ghana for there. Send the enough Ghana party now starting. Okay, where the 15 years? The person over to 10 said, oh, Papa, Patrol, Papa 11. Oh, no, that at the end of the day, it becomes 11 10. It's part of the child and it's part of you. But I can't call you know, but couldn't have for what you will be a pro one way in the time or so, they be also pushing and brawa. But if you now punish that child, you have to see to yourself, when in a wedding, and you're so big to punish that child so much. Because you didn't listen, you gave up the time, you didn't come. The next time you are not going to that party. And yeah, you are not going to the party, I will take your mobile phone from you, I will not let you go to. No, then it's become too much. So we should know the type of punishment that we are punishing our children. And we have to be consistent. If we punish for not going, for going out and coming on later, anytime that she does that, you have to punish. And yet never punish it or child punish it. Therefore the child doesn't know which is which, he doesn't know the rule, the borderline is no more there. You don't have to yell or shout. Because as I'm not kind of a let's see, okay, come on. You see all the other aggression in the moon. It is something that and Kolimu. And you know, and you see a kick. And you don't have to be violent. It needs to be very violent, cry. Because the most of our violence now, we have to be understanding. Accept that your children and you. Your children are not going to live your dreams for you. They have their reality. I have a program with parents in there. They see parents' dream and children's reality. Obia person they buy a doctor, Obia person they buy a lawyer. Meanwhile, want to be a doctor, want to be a lawyer. Why do you expect your child to do that? Who for some man she design and conquer so be a doctor? If you was here who said yes, but your person force your mama to be a lawyer. Or Obia the catch of whenever because so gonna for papa for ya the bar all your macro food. But I'm because they see it as investment. Oh, not yes. Oh, Charlotte, you're not telling me something. I'm saying yes. They see it as investment. If you want to go and see them there, minimum quality or onya say, oh, I say do baby no. Oh, do baby no. So I'm about to be coach the kind. Yeah, they call junior high. So I'm about to be. Me mama friend me because mama be more bro me person she there because you come back to me papa and mama here. And I get not to go and 1 2 9 it's over. It's over. It's not my thing anymore. It's their thing. Oh, Chaya. Please, you are not your child. Help your child. Coach your child to become whoever he is. Then when you say, and we live with diploma, it's that child we're able to get a diploma in the field or your passion. Me tell you, new year, you're gonna be accountant, not be a investment. But bedroom have a clinical cancer. I'm not to carry them support to the I'll go back to school. I changed my course altogether. I didn't do the papa and I became a social worker. And because it's something that me pet, because now me person is sharing me who come first so I want me money about school money. Your friend is actually the grandmother because I love to do what I'm doing. I think that is the most important thing. We should let our children love to do what they are doing. Accept your children when they make mistakes. And try to help them. Try to correct them. Understand it if your child is struggling with the subjects, is struggling with life. The first boyfriend and John and the first girlfriend and John when you're broken heart because he has a good relationship with you. He tells you, struggle with that child. So I'm not saying it will be breaking the heart. That's why so struggle with your child and be happy with your child. Let your child come to
sorry. The time you need to know because I can't some few minutes.
What's some more kind of a source man? What kind of question? Come never paying 22 years. No about baseball, American baseball. You could be American fund that's over for now. I'm coaching Susa. Why can't I say no? India and no. We did a big feeling of what the patient said. Papa, the same as support you. And I'm bound. I say, I'm quite a guy for that. What you feel? I she's a summer walker. Sir, you know, I'm one of my organizations. Catch them. He's a very interesting said, you might advise. So that's it.
Last person, realize that the father's job is never done. So we are father. That first time I got some two, but I'm now all a drama. I'm cutting none and only by now. What I'm saying, because we are the person. No. I'm free. Now Whooper, she's going to sit on my lap, and when she's grown up, she's going to sit on my heart, and I will never be free to like that. Now me who and I'm tapped now me kind and some of my catching so many years back. It's true. So a father's work never ceases. A parent's work never ceases. It's a father and your work will never cease. Even when you kunya samukra, we bet me no pia, oja wari papa, and on the cocos side in your man. Onya fieno, onya die for our co-master students, you know. The papa the co-painting in the fee. The papa on the co shopping. On the papa and mamma and the pastor, we didn't have uncle baby, mama go, papa, let's go. A father's job never ends. Try as much as a father, you always be there for your children. No matter how busy you are, whatever you are doing, no, say you brought these children here on this earth. It's your responsibility to protect them, take care of them. Let them be a responsible parent as you were and now. Last but not the least, make time for yourself. Because when are your father, no? But you have to have time for yourself. When are your mother, no? You have to have time for yourself. I always say, driver nina or kakano. So what poor passengers no safety way. How many safety? Into one hour driver nina. There also was a woo and now we are safe. Now we are happy. Now you're okay. You can carry the whole passengers with you. Thank you.
All right. We make say I think say a member never had no. Yeah, take the and we know the women will help us to become good fathers to our kids, because as the saying goes, behind every successful man there is a great woman. Woman, so when you greater, the man ought to be what he wants to do. And into yada Auntie Charlotte as Sibiu for giving us such an insight into fatherhood. On this note, make us say on behalf of Tema Citizens Club, the Starsdale South Coast, and our guest speaker, Auntie Charlotte from Akwaba Soro, we say thank you very much. We hope say next time see you for a while. The time really ain't yet, but next time you for a while, because one kasakura can say we may be crowded in treaty drugs. It's a horse cry they be down. Now also so what boy or her, and it's medawasi. You chedi kakra bi a pese ye de chew said we see abema insight about ye mema na ye eja ye bo hwe so ahwe ye ma ene ye yere no intino okay ye bema Miss Tema Pacho abe presente bibi kitu bi ama Auntie Charlotte amaye Miss Tema. Oh, okay.
Very, very well.
That's
take everything that she said here today very seriously.
okay.
Really take my heart. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Auntie Charlotte, Pacho already ubema musika kre bi amaye. Na yeah.
It's something small from us. The house of thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Ma. Mrs. Agi Waisa. Okay, this is the end of our project for the fatherhood for today, and we hope in the near future we invite Auntie Charlotte again about something else. Also in the song, taking care of people. Yeah, so we'll get in touch with you. Thank you very much. Tell my friend, I feel birthday for when you're ready.